What's going on, people? It's your boy Brass Tax in this bitch. You already know. I know I left you guys for a little while. Well, about a year, give or take. You know, every time I go quiet doesn't mean I'm leaving. It just means I got things to do in this bitch. You know, so yeah, had Hobbs and Shaw for a while, for 2-3 weeks. Just didn't get a chance to watch it. So I've watched it. And I know it's out this week. So I wanted to give you my thoughts. I know you may have seen other reviews. Some of you guys may have been waiting for my review. So I'm just gonna tell you what I think of this bad boy. Firstly, the movie, saw it in the theater. The movie is ridiculous. It's stupid, leave your brain at the door. There's no sense of physics in this movie, no sense of logic. But I had a good time. I had a really good time. I recommend you watch it. For some of you that haven't, there's a couple of really cool cameos in there, and I hope they play a bigger part in any forthcoming sequels, because that was a lot of fun. The possibilities are endless with a couple of them. So yeah, it's worth a watch. The only thing I didn't like so much is The Rock plays The Rock. I know what you're saying, but Hobbs was slightly different in the Fast franchise. He seems to be more himself here, and you know, I liked the whole Hobbs character. So I think he's just a bit relaxed. Idris Elba doing his thing. He's the Black Superman in this bitch, and it's a good movie. It's a ridiculous movie, but it's fun. And that's pretty much it. Let's get to the 4K transfer. Firstly, I want to say that it's a 100 gig disc. 100 gigs in this bitch. You got the black bars shot in 2.8K and 3.4K. Visual effects 2K. Digital intermediate 2K. HDR. Dolby Vision. HDR 10+. Dolby Atmos sound. It's a fully featured disc if you look at it like that. Shit, this shit's got everything. But how's the transfer? The transfer is really, really good. Nice, sharp detail. You're noticing the pores on The Rock, on his head, on his forehead, on his cheeks, on his bald head, on the back of his neck. You're seeing pores here that you're just not going to see on the 1080p. Jason Statham got more wrinkles on his face than a 70-year-old's ballsack. I ain't gonna lie to you. But irrespective of that, I'm a fan. Just the 4K brings out the age a little. Great detail here, great sense of depth overall, which is what you get when you have the added resolution. You get extra 3-dimensional pop. Although it's not a 3D movie, you get a sense of immersion, especially in the wide shots. There are a couple of scenes here and there which are a tad soft, but even though it's soft, it still beats the 1080p hands down. You're getting a pretty clean image. Pretty clean. Grain haters, pop your balls. You're good with this one. I gotta say, Rain is pretty understated in 4K. Rain always looks great in 4K. There's a scene at the film's climax where you got The Rock and Jason Statham going 2-on-1 against the Black Superman Idris Elba. And it's raining in this bitch. Shit looks phenomenal, I ain't gonna lie to you. Great standout moments, and you can use a lot of these scenes to showcase your 4K. I ain't gonna lie to you. Great shadow detail for the most part. Didn't see any crush. Great detail in certain black levels. Looking A1 to me. Can I just say, I know I mentioned a couple of reviews ago that I was gonna do a top 10 hottest 4K goals. That's happening, 100%. And this disc does not disappoint. Isa Gonzalez, baby. I loved you in From Dusk Till Dawn, the series. I thought you were magnificent. Over here, you are sublime, baby. Looking A1. Looking fantastic. Looking jaw-dropping. What I like about the black levels and the resolution is that it just highlights your features. And baby, you got so many amazing features in this bitch. I can go on all day about how great you look in 4K. But I'm not gonna do that. But as far as the top 10 goes, Isa, you just made the list. Jericho reference for anyone who watches wrestling. That being said, you wanna know what the HDR is like? So you are now Jason Statham. You, The Rock, and your sister, you're going to the hideout where Gonzalez is. Isa Gonzalez, she's got all the guns. As Neo/John Wick would say, lots of guns. She greets you at the door with a kiss, because there's some history between you. History between you which you can't share with The Rock or your sister. So you know what you do? You tell The Rock, tell your sister, go pack the shit. Go get all the guns, the grenades, the AK-47s, the grenade launchers, the sniper rifles. Pack them in the bag. Me and Isa got some business to discuss. You take her by the hand, take her to the room, close the door, and you show her how much you've been missing her. That's what the HDR is like. HDR is great in this movie from start to finish. Panty dropping in certain parts. Good, vibrant, but not overly saturated, so it looks unnatural. Still looks pretty good. The Rock looks shiny. The Rock looks like a full-grown baby in this bitch. There's nothing wrong with that. Miss Gonzalez also looks shiny, detailed. She's wearing a black motif. Loving it. Light glistens against it. HDR is doing its job, accentuating the curves, if you get what I'm saying. The colors are great throughout. Wider color space. But where it really kicks in is where they go to Samoa. When they go there, it's like they're using all different kind of cameras. It's like they're using the new brass tacks camera. The HDR 4000 in this bitch. Because as soon as they get to Samoa, the colors just pop right off the screen. Looks like a damn rainbow in your 75-inch. Some of you have a 65-inch, that's fine too. Some of you have a 55-inch, that's fine too. In any case, you're getting a splash of effect. The HDR, the leaves, the trees, the explosions, all have a great, appreciable HDR effect. Blinding in some cases, you may need to wear shades. Great color space in the place, in your face. You're gonna appreciate it. It's a panty dropper, for sure. What Dolby Vision and HDR Plus do is they get the lever and they turn it up ever so slightly, a few degrees, give you an extra heat in the movie, a little extra vibrancy in the movie. To me, where the 10 Plus and the Dolby Vision really stand out is in explosions. Explosions really do have more of a vibrancy to them for sure. But other than that, you're not missing much. It's a very sexual HDR experience. If that doesn't get the panties dropping, you tell your girl to sit on the woofer and see what happens. You know what's gonna happen? Firstly, I'm surprised that she's even going to the woofer, which means that she's insatiable, because the HDR didn't do its job, which means she's got a bigger appetite than you even thought. So she's sitting on the woofer. There's a 99% chance she's either a fan of The Rock or she's a fan of Jason Statham. So when they talk, the clarity of their vocals is gonna come through. And The Rock's got a bassy voice, kinda like your boy. So the vibrations are gonna go through the vajayjay. Surround sound is great, it's wide, so it's gonna attack the bootay from all angles. You've got a great wide surround sound. And there are some great overheads, but here's the problem. It's not as bassy as I would like. You would expect to hear a certain kind of vibration, a certain kind of hum when the explosions kick in, and you do get it. It doesn't quite do the job. It kind of falls short for an Atmos track, and for this, you would expect the Atmos to be a 10, because this movie is designed for that. But like I said, it has great surround sound, it has a few nice overheads, but it's lacking in some real hard bass. You better pray to God that the audio track on this movie does the job for your girl. Because if she still survives both of these, you got a big fucking problem. And there we have it, people. My thoughts on Hobbs and Shaw. Is it worth a pickup? Absolutely. It's a great looking disc. And yes, it does get my seal of approval. And I strongly recommend you guys pick it up. 100%. 100%. Definitely worth a pickup. I'm gonna leave some Amazon links. Some of you guys probably already picked it up, probably already pre-ordered it. Some of you guys may have been on the fence waiting for this review or whatever. But I strongly recommend you pick this up. The Atmos for the most part is decent. It's just not mind-blowing, which I was really expecting for this movie, which brings it down a couple of notches. But the visual fidelity on this bad boy is pretty damn good. So yeah, 100% pick it up. In the UK, we've got Terminator Salvation. You guys interested in a review of that? Let me know in the comment section. And that's pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna catch you soon, 4K Rockstar. You already know.